All right, this is Spoken World Online, the Zoom arm of Spoken Word Paris. And we've got our feature coming up. D.A. Rorschach Wilson is a Northern California poet and storyteller, publisher of San Francisco's Rorschach Page, a literary street flyer, and author of First Hours of a Rainy Day and other poems. Wonderful book. Please order it. I love having it here. Uh, Let's see. His work appears in many poetry anthologies. He has performed spoken word in diverse venues, locally and internationally, and on radio. He joined the global online poetry revival beginning in March 2020, which has greatly expanded his audience and circle of fellow poets. Currently, he's co host of the weekly online reading, David Leo Sirwa, Spoken World Online, whoever that guy is, and the online iteration, well said, the online iteration of Spoken Word Paris. So, okay, I'll be quiet. Rorschach, take the stage.
Thank you, David. Greetings to all of you, my dear global locals in all your different locations in the world. And this is Spoken World Online. It's week number 290 since March 2020. Today is October 14th, 2025. And this coming Saturday, I just want to say real quick, this coming Saturday, the 18th, I will be going to the Embarcadero and marching up Market Street, exercising my First Amendment rights and saying that we don't have kings in the United States. And I don't think I'll be marching alone either. So I get to read a bunch of poems to you. Maximus Beast. Maximus Beast, the son of a priest, was covered with dark black hair. Maximus Beast went to a feast and ate all the wee poodles there. Maximus Beast's appetite increased as he walked one night neath the moon. Maximus Beast, disturbed to say the least, said, I hope I find something to eat soon. Maximus Beast has never, ever ceased to make poodles shiver as with chill. Maximus Beast, grown slightly old and creased, sleeps at the top of the hill. Maximus Beast, and I do mean a beast, pretended he just didn't care. Maximus Beast returned to the feast and ate all the wee poets there. All right, this is a piece called Only October. Only October. October is the month of red and orange and the taste of honey and sweet potatoes and the wind in the trees. This is clay tablets. Gilgamesh did all right, but that's not saying much. Uruk's king could fight. Enkidu flew like bird with wing. Glue and old horses and stuff. It's a funny thing. But to go north in days of yore, what of those gods so far removed? Of Odin, Loki, Ymir, and Thor? And mighty heroes in peace and wrath. Beware Beowulf and Arthur the Bear. They're climbing the muddy path. Run, come see. The two goblins are eating fish, and it's all captured on yellowed paper. From Riders on the Storm, a Revolutionary Poets Brigade 2025 anthology. Firebird. From the fire's ashes, the phoenix shall rise again. Phoenix, life, death, and rebirth. Broken hearts around broken fires. Were you once a druid? I have seen your eyes dark in the firelight. These trees cast weird shadows. Have you seen the shaman dancing, arms flying? The flames lick about his waist, chanting, chanting, chanting. I have seen your eyes dark in the firelight. The flame bird rises up all at once alive. That which dies can live again. Oh, the stories I could tell about countless descents and reascents, but my memories are clouded. There is a lock upon my mind and shackles on my heart. How I wish that I could burst them and rise up again like a phoenix, all golden and red, bathed in flame. The stars were different then beneath the druid fire. Were you there? Some of that light seems to reflect from your eyes. Could the phoenix leap again out of the fire into the full bloom of memory? This was in the Poetry is Dead anthology that came out this year. Blue Pyramid. Blue moon evening in a blue room. Barely autumn. Quietly drifting along into winter. I see a month gone and a full moon, electric frenzy beneath the blue pyramid. Gleaming in the hieroglyphic dark, mysteries so far away from all that we know. Sphinx images, lions in the night, lines of darkness. Greatly moved neath your moon and your stars, but in what night desert stands that blue pyramid? There is yet more to tell. For this is no museum in which hangs a tapestry of words that the desert sands blow through. Seek not to solve the mystery. Relax in the desert night. In the reading room with two poets. In the reading room with a few other souls, a tall, beautiful woman stands before me, talking to somebody in the next row. I glance behind me over my left shoulder. Yonder comes the Jack of Roses, or some guy doing a damn good imitation of the poet I have come here to hear. I think here comes my death. He stops next to me and greets the tall, beautiful woman. She is the other poet reading on the program. He borrows a coin from a man in the next row and flips it to determine which of them will read first. Comes up tails. She reads first and goes to the podium and begins to read her marvelous poem. And here's another one of my poems from the Poetry is Dead anthology. Have four of them in therein. Thanks, D.L. Lang, for publishing me. Phil's death. I saw the social media post this morning that did not want to believe it was true. And then the internet exploded. And then it was on the news wires. Phil Lesh has died. He was looking frail the last few years. He had profoundly avoided death for decades, survived near fatal disease, a liver transplant. God bless you, Cody. To grace the stage with so many great musicians. And he brought along so many new young players, helped enshrine the Grateful Dead canon in the World Musical Songbook, where they will remain, so long as there is music and time. The songs will fill the air. Shows always ended with Phil urging all in the audience to become organ donors, help save lives. Not that anything is ever going to happen to me, but if it does, I want to be an organ donor. For almost 50 years now, I have been in the audience. And the Grateful Dead started following me around even before that. Then when Jerry died in 1995, the long, strange trip seemed over. Until my 39th birthday on October 9, 1999, when I went to see Phil and friends at the Warfield Theater. The curtain pulled back and there was Phil singing Like a Rolling Stone. And I was back on the bus for another 25 years of mind expansion and bliss. I was 17 years with Jerry and the Grateful Dead on the Jerry side or in the Phil zone, but they were original psychedelic years. I recall one night before the first set when the band took the stage and everyone in the audience had their auras stretching across the room. And I was focused, like so many other times, on telepathic communication with the Grateful Dead and looked at Bob, who smiled and looked away. And I looked at Jerry, who shrugged and looked away. Then I looked at Phil, who looked right back at me and first fiercely flipped me the bird. Ye olde zoner salute, and brought me humbly right back into my body. In the Phil and Friends years, I was seldom so psychedelicized, but often just as high, and exchanged smiles with Phil from the floor to the stage, stage to the floor. I took my favorite original hippie girlfriend, who had avoided seeing the Dead all those years, to a show with Phil and the quintet at the Berkeley Greek Theater. She was hooked from the first notes of his bass, and we were show companions for the next 20 plus years. with many iterations of the Friends in various venues far and near, including many visits to Terrapin Crossroads, our clubhouse. All precious times I will never forget and never remotely imagined when I started on this long, strange trip. So now Phil is dead, and that part of the journey is in the past. Experience in music that remains in recordings, preserved in amber, as Phil once said, but it will never again be that excitement of waiting for the first set and the thrill of hearing those first bass notes when he plugged in and tuned up. What comes next? I don't know. Only that the music will remain and go on. I will enjoy and champion it as long as I still live. And when I die, I don't know. Endless sleep seems most likely. But if there is an afterlife and we all end up in heaven, I will be in that company with friends and family, and Phil will be in the angel band. This poem is called California Woman. Deep roots by the bay, waters from the highest peaks, through foothills and valleys. She drinks and bathes in them. She bathes in sunlight and moonlight, eats what grows on the land, tends gardens of friends, nurtures communities of inclusion. Mother and daughter of the West, deep in her eyes I see wells of old soul wisdom, humor and affection. No time for deceit or subterfuge. Passion like earthquakes, summer heat waves, winter storms. I am drawn magnetically, like a 49er in a dream of El Dorado. Her earthly and heavenly charms, knowing true gold comes from the heart, on a boat, on the waters of the bay, afternoon sun on the surface, reflections on her beautiful face, past, future, and such tingling thrill, present pressure, warmth, and taste of her kiss. This is Chairman of the World. If I were chairman of the world, mice would not vex Disco Stew. Cats would patrol all Midgard, and Disco Stew's farmhouse too. From warrior cat to kitty pet, no solace for the mice that roared. Be they fierce as Reepicheep, be they twerp or low pipsqueak. Even Frederick, the poet mouse, from the tip of his nose to the end of his tail. Ha ha ha, Stuart Little, cut away all paper bags. The film is nothing like the book. You are not chairman of the world, and neither am I. Alas, alack, alark. Leave birds out of this. Dapper tweed-dressed mice driving roadsters or fighting battles with flashing swords, of no concern to cats in universes next door. Space-time for springers, Schrodinger, are you alive or are you dead? I like you, cat. I will call you Kim. Now go and catch those mice. Replied the cat, I will call you Lush. I will call you Sot. No is kitten, is cat. Name is Kim. And along with Orange Dudley and Tabby Cats Max and Mo, Mocha and Button, Mama Kitty too, cod cat goddess rest her soul, and Queen Silvara, regal and aloof, in the forest of Kim. All hail Xandar the Magnificent, and all send greetings, Disco Stew. So do not be downhearted. Your mice shall soon be thwarted, swatted down. Your home again a sea of tranquility when those mice are gone. Yours in jest, the chairman of the world. Halloween. On this one night, when the sun goes down in crimson ruin beyond the brown hills, then comes the time when warlocks and demons fly through windswept skies. The fiery eyes of jack-o'-lanterns and the night and of night-shaded cats, and the full moon dully reflecting on screaming hordes of long-dead hags. The wisp of children's fancies or the mad beliefs of men and women slaughtering a young lamb and smearing its fresh blood on their naked bodies. Pagan rites remembered and practiced on this devil's night till dawn calls them home. Saxmar the Unholy. The words are their own magic, as only magic could do for the full treatment. Nonsense, I ask you, who is the purple cow? The walls grow round one's arms, bare arms are the toughest. Why is that? Would you call this poetry? It must be called something. Things without names are too revolutionary. And I have one more poem to conclude. This is the title poem from my book, First Hours of a Rainy Day and Other Poems. I wrote this near the dawn of my poetry career 50 years ago. First Hours of a Rainy Day. Lines in Oakland lines, endless freeways in California, misty forests and angel minstrels. All is all is lines. Loved the girl, he loved the girl. Orange thinness, yellow sun, springs and clocks, human fetus, incredible photos, beetles in yellow submarines, The circle is magic. Child's art and pumpkins grand. Such a perfect smile. No more, no more, gone. All is darkness, never ending. The sun's not seen in Oakland, but lines are in the painter's eyes. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you so much, Roarshock. Wow. The chairman of the world. What a position that would be. I love this. Things without names are too revolutionary. Indeed. And I love that poem that you just ended with, and the beginning lines in Oakland, Oakland lines. It's kind of a circle of a statement there. And it's the sad darkness at the end. I can relate to, you know, and the way you talk about the Grateful Dead, and their music will remain and go on. Absolutely. I had a woman I used to work with, a disabled woman, and she used to say, like, the John Lennon song would come on the radio or something. She'd be like, "He's still dead, but the music goes." Indeed, it still goes on. Butter's covering my other comment.
I'm so happy that Butter the cat is in my audience today.
Absolutely, yes, she heard you, and she must uh, come. Uh, Anyone else, please open your mics and clap or speak, and
Brother
respond.
Rorschach, always mystical, mysterious, otherworldly. Thank you.
Thank you, Rick.
Thank you, Roarshock. What a treat.
I'm so happy you're here, Marilee.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I got in on time to catch you. It would have been a sad thing to miss you.
Abacha, I'm so happy you're here. It's good to
Great
see you.
set, Rorschach. Keen observation and detail, attention to detail as well as vivid images. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lantern Carrier, my friend. Thank you.
It's also very reassuring that you always seem to manage to keep in touch with your inner child and that creativity that comes welling out of that. So, Rorschach, many thanks.
Rorschach, you are totally unique as a poet and as a being, and I revel in all that you are and who you are, and bravo, my friend.
So happy
Beautiful,
to see
beautiful set, Rorschach, transporting us to other places. You do that so well, whether it's to the Grateful Dead concert or to a metaphorical and mythical place. It's wonderful.
You make
Yes,
fun putting it
take us
together.
places. It's a long, strange trip. Thank you.
You take us back to the past, Chuck, and it's without having to say it, you make it feel as though it was a better place.
Well, I have hopes for, I haven't given up hope for the future. Present looks a little grim sometimes, but I have hopes we can have better days ahead. That's what I'm hoping.
Awesome stuff, dude.
Thanks, you guys. Thank you so much for listening to me.
All right. So let us go on, or if you like, let's have a few minutes, another 2 or 3 minutes. Just stretch your legs, get a beverage, do whatever you need, and then we'll come back on. Thanks. I was told that this is a better way to have a break, so thank you.
Yeah, the show always takes exactly as long as it's supposed to take,
Totally.
There's the link to my website, which I will update someday, maybe.
Thank you. I'd love to be on the streets in San Francisco and get a Rorschach page in person. But I love how
They've been rare on the streets, but they can come back anytime. You know, they
I
kind of
think
transcend time.
you showed me in Paris, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that idea very much.
I was really especially pleased when I found out that somebody had picked some issues up and they were put in the little publication collection in the San Francisco Public Library.
No,
Is you know, when your work being in the public library, that's like the definition of reality to me, you know.
absolutely. Yeah, Mo has that in his career. You know, he was asked to do like not discography, but whatever, a bookology and list things, and a lot of them were in public libraries, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and that first happened to me. I was the editor of the creative arts and literary magazine at Diablo Valley College back in 1980. And then a copy of that turned up in the Contra Costa County Library. So I felt definite realness to that.
Absolutely. I love how you were the newsroom director. Was that part of that time?
No, that was before that. That was well before that, but yeah.
A cool job.
Yeah, Dave had many jobs along the way, as Tony Spinelli once said.
My life is very similar with so many other jobs while I was writing poetry on the side.
Yeah, that's you get a lot of material. I mean, I've gotten a lot of material from jobs, you know,
Nice, nice,
jobs and personal relationships and all that kind of stuff. And
cool. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, we shall re-begin, but still, if you need to do anything, go off and do what you must. So we have a beautiful list of readers now coming after the feature. Oh, let me stop the recording now, Rorschach. Glad I got the comments in. Second.